Alright, and we are back with another episode of Tokyo Xanadu. Last episode, well, we split up into 4 teams, and now we're taking on Rion and Mitsuki's side. So yeah, that's a thing. On the bright side of this, I basically did this so you get Mitsuki out of the way first. Cause I think how this is gonna work out is all of them have to converge together again. Elixir, nice. Oh, okay, so that's how that works. But bear in mind, I'm streaming and recording this at like 6:30 or like 7 a.m. I want to get this game done. That's how much I want to get this game done. As soon as I woke up, recording time. Alright, that's one. Shit. Oh, you dick. Okay. Now I see what I gotta do. Did you see it up real quick? Yeah, there is a lot of greaves here. Good God. Oh, wow. Alright, okay, their side was really short. I think this is the end for them. Nope. I think everybody has to have their own separate boss fight, I think. Just from how this feels. They're gonna have their own separate boss fights. This greed's power. Be careful, Rion. Got it. We can't lose here. Oh, you dicks. There we go. Now that's done. Oh no! I skipped their dialogue. Let's see. And that's how it's done. This tower where our best concert happened. We can't stop until we get to make it back. As a representative of the Hokuto family, I have no choice but to do my best. Ah. Wow. I cannot believe I skipped that dialogue by accident. Alright, so now they're done. Next up should be, I think it's Goto and Yuki, or is it Sora and, no, Sora and, who's next? I forgot. I completely forgot since I went to sleep. Nope, it's Asuka and Shio. Okay, I swear I'm not calling the Path of Elements, but come on. There we go. Breath potion. Can't go up there. So there's gotta be something somewhere, right? Yeah, over here. You know, the area I completely skipped. And, like, I cannot believe I'm about to end the game today, though. Like, there is the after story, but the main story, I feel like, was probably going to be... I felt like when I first started this game, I was not going to do the after story. I was not feeling it. I felt like I regret buying this game at first. But, let's be real. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed this game, even though how cliche, and also how many goddamn Cold Steel references they can shove into one game. Like, I feel like it could have stood on its own merits if it didn't rely on Cold Steel stuff. Toa, I'm fine with that, but everything else was just, Cameos are fine in video games, but when it's shoved into your face, it loses its value, in my opinion. It loses all of its value and just all of its worth.
しガンガン行くぜ。よしガンガン行くぜ。ブレイカー。さて次に行くとすっか。切り裂け。行くわよ。
There we go. Get the fuck up out my way, get the fuck out of my way. I ain't fucking with you guys. I know somebody's gonna say, oh Rami, you're just skipping the monsters. But here's the thing, if I don't gotta fight him, I ain't finna fucking fight him. I don't give a shit. This asshole. Here it comes. You ready, Hiragi? Of course. Let's take care of this. Oh. You're dead. Elimination complete. You really have an impressive fighting style, Takahata. Ah, you too. Now the path's open. Let's get moving. As I check my shit. Super rare my ass. Alright, the next one should be Yuki and Godo, or Godo, whatever the fuck his name is. Yeah, next up it should be Godo and, wait. Oh yeah, Sora's with, Ko. I just thought about that for a second. Road of Infinity.
ようやくラスだ。ここまで来たらクリアするしか。
ああ、すべての力を出し切るぞ。
For this, I'm taking Yuki's glasses off, or whatever the hell that. Alright, let's do this. Seriously, the teacher with a gun. I feel like this game took a lot of the good points from Ys and some of the bad from Ys. The bad being how simple the combat is to where it can be kind of boring sometimes. but it sure knows how to make a spectacle out of it. Yeah, get the fuck out of the way. And, huh. Alright, let's get moving. Move. Get the fuck out my way. Like I mentioned before, it takes a lot of the good out of yeast in general. But I feel like the dungeon in this game has been a little ill-inspired until late chapters when they started pulling out the big guns. And which, that's kind of worrying that they do that. I understand it's to give, like, the game, you know, its own identity kind of thing, where it's like everything's a labyrinth. But if you wanted the game to be boring, you may as well have just made Conception 2. Like, legit, Conception 2 was boring as all hell. Like, everybody wanted the main character's dick from the get-go. Like, and don't give me that, you had to hang out with them nonsense. Everybody knew he was a god's gift, so of course everybody wanted to be with him. And don't give me that whole, oh, but insert the character, you hung out with the characters and learned their backstories and why they love you, yada. I don't want to hear that shit. What's up, Scarlet? Seriously, a teacher with a goddamn gun. Like, Conception 2 was boring to me. Like, there's only maybe like 2 characters in that game I liked out of an entire cast of characters and enemy types. The combat was boring, the dungeons were boring, and the story was boring. Like, only until like end game where it got interesting, but then I dropped the game because I was just like, you know what, this game ain't for me, I wasted my money, I'm gonna go return it to GameStop. Like, legit, like, I don't even mean disrespect to those who create the game, I really don't. But that game was boring as fuck. Like, legit, I fell asleep during a recording session. And that was during a boss fight. And I only fought the boss for maybe like 30 minutes. You shouldn't have a boss fight that puts somebody to sleep. If it's turn-based, have it engaging, special attacks, and, you know, be a challenge, not some bullshit boss that was trapped together last minute. Hell, the bosses in this game have better designs than the ones in Conception 2. And I know comparing the two isn't a good idea. I don't give a damn. Like, if I had the option between Tokyo Xanadu and Conception 2, I'd pick Tokyo Xanadu, hands down. Characters are more interesting. Interactions are more interesting. Everything feels organic, in a way. While cliche, it's organic. Then fucking Conception 2 comes over here, and apparently the main character is OP as shit. And you basically smack it up with every girl in the fucking game. Legit, you bang your best friend's cousin, or best friend's sister, I mean. And you just don't give a fuck. Enemy detected. Shinomiya, I'll leave the analysis to you. And he said, leave it to me. And see, here's another thing that I like about this game. Unique dialogue depending on who you set up together. Most games don't do that anymore, and it's always the usual, I hope you've got my back, and that's kind of it. No unique dialogue, and it's always the same shit. This game actually fucking does unique dialogue depending on who you set up together. Like, you don't see games doing that no more. It's always some formulaic bullshit. And it hurts me to say that, but it's formulaic bullshit. And I understand games are there to are supposed to be entertaining. They are. Video games are very entertaining. Otherwise, I would not be fucking playing them anymore. But I can call out a game when it's bullshit. Hell, I think the best reveals in this. Now I think about it. Speaking of bullshit in this game, or not bullshit, but here's the thing. This game actually had one of the biggest plot twists, which is who's White Shroud, and is actually being something surprising. Like, it's June. That's more surprising than Pancake Man over here being the fucking antagonist or the traitor in Persona 5, because we can't have a mystery. Let's tell the player that there's a traitor among us or among you, and then you find out it's the guy who's working for the cops. Like, legit, why the hell would you do that? If you didn't tell us there was a traitor, you'll be fine. Like, legit, if they hadn't told you that, I would have been fine. I would have been fine. But they tell you anyways, and they don't give a shit about it. Like, I don't know, that's always pissed me off with Persona 5, is that they tell you there's a traitor from the get-go. Like, there's no... And when you find out there's a traitor among you, because the game fucking tells you, almost, like, not even an hour into the game, that ruins the shit out of it. Wait, what part? No, I'm talking about Persona 5, where they tell you that fucking Akechi is a fucking bad guy, basically. They basically tell you somebody ratted you out, and of course, it's gotta be the guy who works for the fucking police. Like, no shit. And then he fucks up with the whole pancake thing. And it's like, Persona 4 handled that whole thing better because Adachi wasn't as obvious. That's the problem with Persona 4 and 5. The bad guys are so obvious, and then after fucking... People say, like, oh, the game gets worse after, what was his fucking name? I forgot what his name was. I think it was, like... The first guy whose palace you go into, I forgot his name. I don't remember his name. I haven't played Persona 5 in, like, a while. I think it was like Kashima. I don't know, basically the main guy or main bad guy for the first part of the game. He had the most interesting palace, in my opinion. Well, him and the who was it? It was the most interesting dungeons for me in that game was like the first dungeon, Futaba's dungeon, and what's his fucking name? Not Madarame. I could give a shit about Madarame's dungeon. It was funny. I can remember Madarame, but I can't remember the first teacher's name. Kirishima. No, it wasn't Kirishima. I know it wasn't that. I think it was like Coach something. Okay, where the hell am I going? Because I'm just running around at this point. It was like Ko something. You know what? Hold on. Let me look this up. Persona 5. Was it? First dungeon. Okay, let me see. Kamoshida. His name was Kamoshida. That asshole. Man, like, he had the best dungeon. And it was a great introduction to how people are actually going to be throughout the entire game. The problem... the problem with that game was that every other bad guy was evil for the sake of being fucking evil. Like, Madarame was a plagiarist. Futaba wasn't actually evil, but she was very suicidal. Who else? Shido was basically Neil Armstrong from fucking Metal Gear Revengeance. Like, I feel like a lot of the villains didn't leave as much as an impact. Oh, sweet God. Like, I feel like they didn't leave as much as an impact on me as Kamoshida. I don't remember his fucking name, but I remember he was like the guy that I hated the most. Especially in this climate at the moment with a lot of things that are going on. Where am I going? First off, like, where the fuck am I going? There's no way up there from here, so like, Kamoshida had the best dungeon. The final dungeon was alright, but it wasn't anything special, considering the final dungeon was in fucking Tartarus. Like, legit, I hated the fact that it was in Tartarus. Or in Mementos, as they call it in this game. Because it's like... Like, my problem with it being in... is because Mementos is basically Tartarus. It legit is basically Tartarus on steroids. Like, legit. Like, remove both of the names, and literally, Mementos is Tartarus, but upside down. But don't get me wrong, that does not mean that I did not enjoy Persona 5. There was a lot to enjoy. While the characters weren't as great as other games, definitely not by a long shot. I feel like I feel like it was a good game, but borrowed too much from previous games. Like the main villain, well, one of the main villains being a cop. Like, it could have been, we could have had, like, you know, a dirty cop or something of that nature, but in a different scenario where it's not like, oh, hey, before you play the game and start your adventure, remember, there's a traitor among you. And then it's like, if they continue on with that, but not make a, you know, character who's a cop, they could have really gotten a lot of leverage from that on you basically trying to figure out who's the traitor. Who could it be? Could it be Ryuji? Could it be Makoto because she works for the prosecutor? So on and so forth. They could have done that. They could have done that, but instead they decided to make it very fucking obvious who it is. Well, it was cool what they did to him. It was like, it was so obvious it ruined the impact for me. When it's like the game spoiled itself. Essentially, the game essentially spoils itself for you. Ko has like the most HP out of everybody, I think. I just realized Ko has like the most HP out of all of us. Like that pissed me off that Ko is basically not Ko, but Persona 5 was like it was a good game but had a lot of issues. But the thing is, a lot of people say it's game of the year or whatever. I mean, if a Persona game can get game of the year, that would have been fine, but nope. But I feel like, now that I think about it, the whole trader aspect of Japanese games seems to be kind of... You gotta pretty much expect every game gonna have a trader aspect of it. Like, legit, they could have done so much more with that game, but they didn't. Oh shit, she died. Oh, and his memories got fucked up. Oh. Oh, damn. She was never there. What the fuck? Hold on, so she was never there. Originally, she was never there. Oh shit. Oh shit. She originally died 10 years ago. Oh shit. Let's go. Oh no, Shiori. I never hung out with you, but damn. No. From what it seems like, Shiori died 10 years ago. But because of the eclipse, she ended up, I don't know, like, she got put in the parts that she wasn't a part of originally. She's the Maria of this game. Got put in the parts that she wasn't originally a part of. Oh, hell no. Oh, hold up. Ba-na-bum, bum, 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 bum. Let's get down to business and kick some ass.
すべての元凶がコウ君覚悟できたみたいね。ああ いくら目をそらしたって真実が変わるわけじゃねえ。とにかく言って向き合って。
Inspirational speech time!
時坂君。
先輩。
一皮むけたみたいだな。
至ったみたいだね。
Rem, I'm gonna need you to chill the fuck out.
出た。
異界の子。
あれが噂に聞いた。
何この子、めちゃくちゃ可愛くない？
そうか、ずっと俺たちを見ていたみたいだな。
僕は観測者だからね。この町が隔絶された時から、いやそのずっと前から。すべてって観測者。君たちならきっとここまでたどり着くと思ってたよ。けれど至ることと乗り越えられることは別だ。明日をつかめる権利を持つのはやはり力を持つ者だけだから。
今さら言われるまでもねえさ。いろんな人に手伝ってもらって、それを含めての俺たちの力だ。レム、お前もそうだ。お前がこいつを渡してくれなきゃそもそもここまでたどり着けなかった。だから一応感謝しとくぜ。
別にそれは僕があげたわけじゃないけどね。では最後まで見守っているよ。因果の果てに君たちがどんな力を示し選択するのか。
I feel like there's a good and a bad ending to this game.
消えたか。
可愛かったけど相変わらず思わせぶりでしたね。
まったく、結局何だったわけ？
さあな。
でも私たちの背中を押してはくれているみたい。
まあ泣いても笑ってもこれが最後の道行きだ。
準備を整えたら早速出発しましょう。